game, you guys had a lot of chances. They seemed just kind of tough to crack at the end of the day. What do you take away from this afternoon's game?
Yeah, I think credit to Seattle. I think they were very defensively structured. However, I was really proud of my team. We stayed in their defensive half most of the time, possessing the ball. We just couldn't find the back of the net, right? We create chances, get in those assist zones, and then we don't get a quality final action. It sucks to walk away from a game like that where you know you have most of the possession, you've got all the momentum, and you walk away thinking, wow, we should have won that game. But that's soccer, right? We learn from it, we grow from it, and we work on those final chances.
Especially in the first half.
Yeah, I think the first half was really frustrating just because we were playing into that wind. We kept finding the right pass, but then it would get held up and the texture was just wrong. We were missing a pass. We were trying to force it too quickly. You could see they were sitting off, right? They were giving us a space and then we were just getting antsy. So it is frustrating in games like this. We just have to find a way to calm ourselves when it is frustrating because teams are starting to respect us, right? They're sitting off, giving us more space. So how do we deal with that now that teams are getting that respect?
Is there a way that you guys can kind of learn from this, or what adjustments can you make down the stretch here now, knowing that there's a game like this you probably should have?
Finishing. Work on finishing. Finishing specifically once we get into the box, right? We're in those outside areas by the corner and around 6 of the box, and we're not getting those final actions off. So that's if I were leading the team this week, I would say we need to finish those. We would do it over and over and over until we got it right. And I mean, personally, there were a few crosses I hit in the box. So working on those farther out crosses and hitting the right spots.
What do you take away from this game? Earlier in the season, you were having trouble kind of creating those opportunities. And today you had so many opportunities. You just need to finish it, like you said. What do you take away from that aspect of the growth?
Yeah, I mean, I think I take away that we've grown, right? We've grown into a new team and we've been talking about consistency, right? We've put ourselves here. How do we keep ourselves here and continue to do that game in and game out? And with that becomes production, right? And we didn't produce this game. So you have to have that consistency. You see our press was still there. Everything was still there, but you didn't have the production that we had in the last game. So that's what you're shooting for now.
What was coach's mindset in your halftime when you went down 1-0, but you still had so many opportunities in the second half?
Yeah, she basically just told us, we're playing too quickly. We're forcing it too quickly. Just like I said, we needed to find our outside backs. They had acres of space to run at them because their outside backs were sitting so low. So finding that extra pass, being patient, don't get stuck in the transition. When it's transition moments, can we secure the ball again and live in their half? That was messaging.